Good morning, everybody. How's it going out there? I got to get up and get going. As you can see, the sun is starting to come up back there, and yeah, I overslept by an hour and a half, and so I'm going to run in here to Taco Bell instead of making breakfast. We're going to grab some breakfast. I'm at the Pilot at 185 in Mississippi. I have no idea what the name of the town is here, but we're on I-55. We're heading north. We're going to Chicago. So, yeah, let's get on with this day before this sun beats us. Oh, I like to get up and get moving before the sun gets up. All right, made it back to the truck from Taco Bell. Got a crunch wrap here, bacon crunch wrap. As a YouTuber, the terms of service of YouTube say I have to make you watch me eat this. So, gotta do what I gotta do. Oh, what a dilemma. I'm 0.7 miles from my delivery. I'm like 5 minutes until my appointment, and there we go. Got the slowest moving train in the world. Oh, this is gonna take forever. Well, it's been about 5 minutes, and as you can tell, I'm closer to the train because people are doing U-turns. I don't know what's going on with this train. It's got to be the slowest train in the world. Look at how slow this thing's moving. Focus. You got to focus just to see it move. Oh, I hope this Cisco Foods doesn't have a late fee. All right, we made it. Good news, was not late for that load. Made it there early. Bad news, I made it there early because it was scheduled for the next day. The broker put the wrong date in on the freaking appointment time. Oh, what a nightmare that was, because I was supposed to have 2 deliveries per day for 2 days. Well, she scheduled the second delivery of the first day for the second day. Therefore, I could not get to the 2 deliveries I had the second day because I had to wait around and make a delivery on the second day. So then it stretched the load out another day. So I got layover pay on it. $250. I love they gave me $250 and they act like they were doing me a favor for it. Oh, it made me so mad. I explained to them. Yeah, I'm making a lot more $250 a day these days. Just saying. But that's their policy, $250 a day. And I'm like, well, you know, that's a bummer. That's a bummer because it wasn't my fault and I took a hit for it. You know, like, I mean, you know, you can see the numbers when I'm done at the end of the week. I'm clearly making more than $250 a day. They know it. They're brokering freight right now. You know, like they see these prices, but it is what it is. And we'll get into it though, because this is the weekly recap video. Let's talk about these loads. I did 2 loads this week. First load was a backhaul from Kansas back up to Mankato, Minnesota. And that load was meh. It was okay. 578 total miles. 152 of that was deadhead back the right direction, back toward Minnesota. So I deadheaded basically from Joplin back up to Kansas City area. And that load paid $15.50. Which is $12.40 to the truck. I had very little cost into that one. I put $300 in diesel, $25 in reefer, and we were done with that one. The next load was the big load of the week, the one that caused all the problems, the one that took an entire week. I swear this felt like the load that was not going to end. I swear, let me tell you about this load. So this load I picked up in Minnesota. It was 4 stops in Texas. I had a Tyler, a Longview, 2 in Houston. Like in the inner loop of Houston, like getting into downtown Houston. Well, not really downtown, but you know, not out in the suburbs. So, good load though, good load. Or so I thought. So, and then it was $5,300 total, which is like $4 a mile, all miles. 1,251 loaded miles, 34 deadhead miles, 1,285 total miles. It weighed 38,000 pounds, and it was 33 degrees. And like I said, it paid $5,300 to the truck. Excuse me, it paid $5,300 to the carrier, $4,240 to the truck. I put $213 in diesel on this load. Boy, I was getting some killer fuel mileage on this one. It was just working for me. And given I started the week a little fuller on fuel and I've ended on a little less on fuel, so I'm trying to get back up to Illinois with out buying fuel. That way, I bought some fuel in Texas, but the IFTA to fuel ratio just not that good. I got a place up in Illinois on MUDFLAP. I got a Casey's General Store on the MUDFLAP app that is like $2.10, I believe, something like that. It's crazy. It's crazy good. So we're going to go up there and get that. If you haven't checked out the MUDFLAP app, I stop harping on it like I usually do. But check it out. It's down there. Use my promo code. Get yourself $10 in free fuel. So let's continue on talking about this load. I had $44 in tolls. The way I come down, I come through Oklahoma. I took every toll road in Oklahoma, I think. I took toll roads I never even heard of. The Indian National Turnpike. Anyway, I dropped down 69, coming all the way down from 40. Man, it is a long ride. Don't do it. Don't do it. That 69 is not a good ride from like 44 down to 30. Or 40, maybe 44 to 40. That's probably where all the red lights were. Oh my God, dude! Every little town, every little red light caught me. I won't do it again. Won't do it again. You know. So that was the beginning of the slow start. Well, the beginning of the slow start was when I showed up to the shipper. They said, "Oh, you've got a crack in your trailer wall, and you know you got to get that repaired before we'll load you." Oh, great. So I go down to the local repair shop. The local repair shop charges me $200 for a bead of silicone. Highway robbery? Yes. Do they know they got you? Yes. What are you going to do? Like, you know, either you're going to get them to repair it or you're going to be late because you're going to have to go farther, you know. Because I showed up like an hour and a half before my appointment because I know this place is very picky. And I didn't even see the crack in there. I don't know. Maybe they hit it with a hammer and busted it or something. I don't know. That's speculation. But yeah, so I go in there. They're okay, we'll repair it. I don't pay for trailer repairs. Not that big a deal to me. So I get it repaired. I go in there. I get loaded. I get on down the road. That's not a great route, by the way, the one I took. I don't know how I went. I went down like 35 to maybe 49 to 44 and then drop down. And when that drop down happened, that's when it all happened. But anyway, $44 in tolls on that one, $213 in diesel, $15 in reefer fuel on that one, and probably gonna need some reefer fuel because tank was about empty by the time I got done with that one. $17 in def. So total variable cost on that load was only $289, so we kept it very cheap on that one for a good paying load. And now here comes the fun of it. We made the first delivery, 4 a.m. on the 2nd, December 2nd. Was supposed to have a second delivery over in Longview, about an hour or so away, if I remember that correctly, at 8 a.m. So they got me turned out of that first place just in enough time to just hightail it to Longview. And that's when I dealt with the train. That train took about 20 minutes to get across the street. Technically, I showed up after the appointment time I was given. And I thought, oh man, I'm at Cisco and I'm showing up late. This is not going to be good. This is going to be late fee city right here. So I show up at Cisco and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. You know, the train caught me, blah, blah, blah. They're like, no, don't even worry about it because you're a day early. And we don't unload a day early. And I was like, no. So I called a broker. I tell the broker, I said, hey, they say we're a day early and they're not going to unload us today. So there was a truck stop about 2 miles away. Broker said, okay, let me see what I can do. I said, okay, I'm going to the truck stop a couple miles away because Cisco doesn't have bathrooms, or, you know, they won't even let you stand inside when you go to check in. You got to stand out in the weather down there, man. They are, woo, that office staff is like a, one guy told me, I walked inside and the lady inside said, sir, there's only one person allowed in here at a time. And I was literally standing 30 feet away from the closest person, you know. There was one driver in there, and I was the only one in line, and it was raining outside. And I said, hey, instead of standing out in this cold rain, let me go stand inside, right inside the door with my mask on. You know, I wasn't getting near anybody. No, pit bull got me. Soon as I walked in the door, she says, sir, there's only one person allowed in here. That was a perfect rendition of how it sounded too. So I go stand outside in the damn rain, and this other driver walks up and he goes, did you go inside? And I was like, yeah. He goes, ooh, bet she lit you up, didn't she? And I was like, yeah. He goes, yeah, I come here about twice a week. He said, I already know her. He told me she's a pit bull. And I said, you damn right she's a pit bull. She tore into me on that one. So I go stand outside. But anyway, you know, I say I'm going to go 2 miles up the road to a truck stop. You know, I need facilities. I'm not the type of guy that stays at a place where there's no restrooms or anything like that. You know, I try to be a human being out here. So, yeah, I go up to the truck stop, and then, like, mind you, this was about 8:30 at this point. You know, when I got a hold of the broker and said, hey, we're a day early. So I sit there. I go up to the truck stop. I fall asleep till about 10:30. I go in. I get me something to drink. I use the bathroom. I come back out. I call the broker. I say, hey, what's up? By this point, it's about 11, maybe a little after 11. She says, oh, yeah, they said they would unload you. And I was like, oh, well, that's cool. When was that? She said, oh, about 2 hours ago. I was like, oh, you think maybe somebody could inform me of this? Like, you know, the person that actually matters, could someone let me know? Of course, I wasn't a smart ass like that, but I was pretty irritated by it. But, you know, I try to be professional. I was just like, oh, that's great. I'll run back over there, you know. I get back over there. By the time, you know, I get back over there, it's probably like 11:30, noonish. And, yeah, I go in. I say, here you go, Miss Pitbull. Can I get unloaded today? She informs me, oh, all the lumpers gone for today. The lumpers leave at 11:30. I'm like, what? So, yeah, apparently the lumpers leave at 11:30, you know, because they probably start their day at like 3 in the morning or something like that. So, yeah, no lumpers, no one to unload it. No driver unloads at this facility. All bad things for me. All bad things for me. So, yeah, it cost me a day because no one could call me and let me know that, hey, yeah, they'll unload you today. So, that cost me a day. I'd set at that truck stop. That was a Roadies, by the way, exit 596, Texas Best Barbecues in there. Check them out. Boy, that's a good stop right there. Small little truck stop. It's only got about maybe 15 parking spots. It's got another lot behind Denny's. On the other side of the street behind Denny's, there's a big parking lot, and I think it all goes together. But, yeah, great barbecue there. Check them out. Texas Best Barbecue. It's like most barbecue places. It's kind of expensive, but very good stuff, and you know, well worth the money. If you want to get full, you know, you're gonna spend $15-20, but it's good stuff. So, you know, I ate my barbecue, and I sleep all afternoon. I get back up the next morning. I go over there. I get unloaded. You know, and of course Cisco, you know, to unload like 5 or 6 pallets takes 4 hours. 4 hours. So my next stop down in Houston, I couldn't make it. It just, you know, like I had a 3.5 hour ride down to Houston, and so I wasn't gonna make it. So the broker basically told me, all right, we'll reschedule both those deliveries in Houston for tomorrow. So, you know, I'm a day behind at this point. Give me $250 for that. Oh, that burned. Because I'm like, you know, I had a load out of Houston already booked, and this is what I hate. I have to call people and tell them I ain't gonna make it for things I've agreed to. But I had a load out of Houston all the way back to Minnesota. Very tight scheduled. Like expedited. Didn't pay that great, but it would have tacked on like another $2,500 for the week. So it would have made for like a you know, great week, maybe a 5-digit week even. If I could have got that one on there, but you know, it didn't happen. It would have been at least a very high 4 digits, but that didn't happen. So yeah, that's where we're at with that load. That load, literally, I picked it up on Monday morning. I got it off the trailer. My final stop gave me the paperwork back at about 1 p.m. on Friday, And get this, it had overages. I ain't even done with this load yet. See, you thought I was done. I'm not even done with it yet. It had overages. From Cisco, mind you, from Cisco. 17 pieces was left on the trailer. And if you look at the Cisco paperwork, there was one line item that was 17 pieces of, liquid egg whites. And that's exactly what was left on there. So Cisco just totally forgot to pull a line, is the way I figure. I don't think they would have sent double that one line. Cisco just didn't pull their product. So now I got to deal with that. So I'm on the phone with the broker. Again, I swear to God, I've talked to this broker that I did this load. I talked to her more than I talked to my family this week. I mean, I've been on the phone with this lady all week. So basically, we sit there for like an hour. Finally, she got with the customer, this, that, and the other. It's not worth the money to drive it back to Cisco, because I told them. I said, this load paid $4 a mile. I want $4 a mile to go back to Cisco for this. If they want these 17 cases of freaking egg whites, we'll go back. I'll do it. But it's going to cost you $4 a mile. And it was like 213 miles. So, I'm like, $800. I'll round it off for you. $800. Yeah, those cases ain't worth $800 to them. They said toss them in the dumpster and do what you got to do. I said, that's right. That's how it ought to be on like a small amount of nothing like that, So I got my refrigerator stocked. I mean, literally like stocked top to bottom with egg whites. Gonna be a lot of egg whites in my future, which I ain't mad at. You could throw those things in a bowl and microwave them, and they turn out okay. So I just got to find some sausage and some bacon to go with them. I prefer the whole egg. I ain't crazy about egg whites. You know what I mean? But hey, I rock it. Free food is free food. So that was it. That finally got that freaking load off the trailer. And I got over here to Houston. I went over to LaPorte and picked up this load I got now. Great load. This will be on next week, though. So let's go through the numbers now that we've broke down this load that never ends. Oh, man, I was so glad when I was done with that. Total revenue for the week with the $250 layover brings us to $7,100 of revenue for the week. That is $5,680 to the truck. Love this part. This is the part I love. Great revenue like that on 1,863 miles. Total miles. All miles. Like, that's my truck GPS miles. That's where I get my miles from. Just so y'all know, like, I'm not Googling, like, zip code to zip code like a mega carrier does. I write it down whenever I punch it in on my truck GPS and I get the route I want. Even so, like, sometimes I won't take the shortest route. I like this interstate better. I take this. That's what you're getting right here. I put it all in there. So 186 deadhead miles on that, which is 10%. I mean, it's dead on 10%. Loaded miles, 1,677 loaded miles. That is $3.81 all miles. All miles, $3.81. $3.05 to the truck per mile. Yeah, $3.05 to the truck. That is how you do it. And loaded miles this week, $4.23 on loaded miles. There you go. Really great rate for basically not a lot of tolls. And, that one multi-stop. Multi-stops will always bring up your revenue per mile a little bit because you're dealing with customers. You're getting paid to deal with customers, not run miles, basically. So, there it is. $4.23 a loaded mile. Love that. Let's go over to variable cost. $516 in diesel, $40 in reefer, $17 in def, $44 in tolls, and $112 scale on that last one. I did scale that load. $629 in variable costs. Let's bring over the $5,680 to the truck money. Subtract the $629 in variable costs for the week. That leaves me $5,051, 50-51 to do what I got to do with. So I like that. That's a good week. I like to run more weeks like this. Low miles, high revenue. Who wouldn't like it? That's a trucker's dream. Less than 2,000 miles and $5,000 after variable cost. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's good times. So That's it, guys. That's it for the weekly recap. Be sure to check out one of these other videos. Be sure to stay entertained and educated. Join me on a live show. Love doing those lives. Big lives all the time is my motto. And until then, take care of each other. Bye.